All right, Sean Bormet, this is our last five questions of the season. Coming off of NCAA's, two All Americans, 12th place finish, some great wins, some heartbreakers. So, what are kind of some of your biggest takeaways from NCAA's?
Well, the NCAA Wrestling Championships continue to be unmatched as a sporting event. I mean, just the 3 days of intensity and the level of competition and the pride and the sort of the fan base that's sort of been built around that competition is just, it's been incredible. And this year, I would say it's one of the best I've ever seen. In terms of the wrestling, I think our guys competed and fought extremely well on the mat. We started off great, real good start on Thursday. Wrestling great, wrestling free, a lot of bonus points. Exactly what we were hoping to see. The way we started, we were in good position. Friday night was sort of a tough round. Obviously, we got to that blood round and semis, and we had 5 matches on the line. There were about 30 team points on the table that night, and unfortunately, we didn't make 4 razor thin, matches go our way. Those matches kind of hung in the balance, and we hesitated a little bit on execution in some of those, and it cost us. Jacob Cardenas in the semi and on a great early leg attack. I was really, really pumped that he went to get an early score and was in on a great leg attack, and just in the scramble sort of got caught off balance and couldn't recover and got scored on. That was really, sort of, it's been a one-score match with those two in the times Jacob's won and the times he's lost. So, just sort of some real tough matches that night. And we were in position to fight for a top 5 finish. And we win those matches, and and then losing 4 out of those 5 sort of slipped to 12th where we finished. But that was a really tough, one of the tougher, blood round nights that I can remember in a while. And but overall it was, this was a team that we knew going into the year we were sort of challenged in depth and experience at 5 out of the 10 weights. And I think the guys did a great job just in terms of their resilience throughout the season and the way we sort of continue to build and improve into the postseason, and the way the guys really embraced competition and they really put it on the line. So, coming off the championships, obviously we had opportunity to get 5 All-Americans. We had our best round on Friday night, and but that's also the the ups and downs of that tournament and what makes wrestling, the sport of wrestling, just so special. And I got to constantly remind our guys and even myself in those moments. You got those guys coming off some of those tough losses, and then Josh Heinzelman was in. After sitting through those as the heavyweight, watching all that unfold, he's in a tiebreaker situation at heavyweight, and this is a guy that hasn't been an All-American yet, and everything he did in his mind was about getting on that podium this year, and it was, in the balance of the tiebreakers at heavyweight, and he just did an unbelievable job, sort of just attacking that ride when it counted the most, and getting his hand raised to become an All-American. So, also that thrill of victory in that moment, but overall I was really proud of the effort, and I've loved this team.
All right, I want to touch a little bit more on those two All-Americans. Start with Jacob Cardenas. He's been a leader this year, been pretty consistent. Took 4th, which I know is not where he wanted to finish, but what can you say about Jacob?
I mean, from the time Jacob got here in June through this NCAA tournament, he's just been an absolute worker and incredible leader in the room. Just a great attitude about everything he does. He does everything the right way, works extremely hard. He came in starting to train right away because he was on the U23 world team. He won a silver medal for the United States in October. Took a couple weeks off, jumped right into the college season. Never missed a match. He marched through the whole season, and at a really tough weight where towards the end of the year, I mean, he was wrestling those top 4 or 5 guys every week, and really did a great job. He won the Big Ten tournament. He beat Barr, beat Buchanan. Was in that tough semi match. And in on a great leg attack, and it's a razor thin margin. Had he finished that leg attack and gone up 3-0 in the first period, I think it's obviously a totally different scenario in that match. But he competed really well for us and was just a great leader all year. And we were super fortunate for him to pick Michigan to be the place he wanted to go to grad school and sort of invest in this last year of eligibility. And now we'll see. We're hoping he wants to continue to wrestle freestyle internationally, and we think he's got an incredibly bright future doing that. And we're hoping to keep him here in Ann Arbor.
Josh Heinzelman, who I think came in halfway through the year and just was, a spark for the team.
Yeah.
Got on the podium like you talked about. What did he bring to the team?
Josh is one of those guys that he fit himself in right away. He's just got that personality, super outgoing, really funny. But when it comes time to work, he is ready to work. And he's also a guy that's pushing everyone around him to work, and for a heavyweight to come in and be out working and challenging everybody, sort of unique. And he just does it in a really funny, sort of clever way all the time. And, he's sort of like, I wouldn't say he's a life of the party kind of guy, but a life of the team kind of guy.
Yeah.
And man, he has just been so fun. And so to see him come here and, obviously I know he wanted to get as high as he could on the podium, but his ultimate goal was to be an All-American this year. And to know we really played a special part in helping him do that was incredibly rewarding and gratifying. And at the NCAA tournament, to just see how thrilled he was and how thrilled his family was
his teammates.
His teammates
here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, really, really special. So and he's just been an absolute joy.
All right, season is over. It doesn't mean things, slow down all that much, but teams in a mandatory, was it 1 week?
7 day.
Yeah. So what do these next couple weeks look like in the kind of immediate aftermath of NCAAs?
So, right now we got a couple of our coaching staff with younger families on vacation break. They got their spring break. So, but we're communicating a lot on the phone. I'm sort of here with Jack Medley holding down the fort at the office and getting a lot of stuff prepared for the banquet. We got team banquet next weekend, but mostly there's a lot of evaluation, individually, team. We're also in a frenzy of recruiting still for some late seniors that we've identified. We're still doing some heavy recruiting with some of the 2026 class, and obviously it's sort of a whirlwind always with the transfer portal right after the season. So sort of managing that piece, and then really just starting to build out phases. We're looking into building obviously right away for next season and what that entails in terms of a roster and in your 10 weight classes, building phases for this spring, this summer, and fall, because basically what we do between now and the end of October will really set us up for the kind of success we want to have next season. So sort of a lot of work in that planning stage, and then just putting in place so the guys have total buy-in and excitement for what's ahead.
There's this great photo of Cam Catcherbone in the stands looking pretty intense in Philly. He and Brock were both there kind of taking it all in. I know you guys are excited. Our fans are excited about seeing those guys in a starting lineup. So looking ahead a little bit to next year, we've got some new pieces that we've got penciled in already. So, what do you like about that lineup already?
No, really excited about the future. I mean, the obviously the guys we have returning from this year's roster, and then with the addition of Cam and Brock coming out of redshirt, they had, I think, great redshirt years this year. A lot of valuable matches and experience. Definitely two guys that are tenacious on the mat and very excited to compete for Michigan. I mean, everything, these guys are all in, and you can see at the NCAA tournament they were there. Hanging over the railing for our guys when they were competing. I mean, so their total team buy-in and sort of the brotherhood in the way they approach being a teammate and their commitment. We're really excited about continue to build around that. We also have some great 2025 recruits coming in that we're really excited about. And then, obviously, recently we've got the news with Tay Gadali coming in and join us at heavyweight, which, for him, he's coming back to the state of Michigan. I think he's a really, really special heavyweight, and he's going to be a great addition to the team going into next season. We also have a lot of those guys coming in over the course of, this spring and summer to start training early. with different camps and opportunities with our regional training center. Hayden Walters, another guy that he had a great year this year. His freshman year, he was out with with an ACL reconstruction. So this was sort of like his true redshirt freshman year. And he made the most out of that in terms of competitions he hit, just seeing a lot of progress from him from the beginning of this year to where we're at now in his competitions, but also in just the opportunities he's had to train with some of our senior level guys and how consistent he is about the work he's putting in. So really excited about the future for our team and excited to build all spring, summer, and fall for next season.
All right, Sean, thank you. Anything to add?
Just huge thanks to all our fans that support us throughout the season, and especially all the fans that were there for those 3 days at the NCAA tournament. You guys really make a difference and make Michigan a special place to wrestle. So huge thanks. Go Blue.